Alright, fairway bunkers. Fairway bunkers for weekend golfers. So high handicappers do struggle out of bunkers, there's no doubt about it. And it's simply because it demands quite a precise strike. What I mean by that is we don't want to be hitting the sand before the ball. And of course we don't want to be hitting it too thin where it shoots into the lip of the bunker. So what makes it easier for you to get that precise strike is to be relatively quiet in your lower half. So a nice, steady, stable base. So first things first, dig your feet in a little bit, not too deep, just a couple of shifts back and forth like that, getting a really solid footing. Now, because of that, you want to make your club a little bit shorter. And another benefit of holding the club a little bit shorter, in other words, choking down a little bit more, is it helps you to catch the ball and not the sand, not too much of the sand. So it promotes a little bit of that cleaner strike. So once we have this solid base, by digging our feet in a little more, in the actual shot itself, I want you to feel more of an arms and shoulders swing, an upper body swing, which means that the lower half is not going to be doing a lot. So a good way to think of this is, even though the weight is shifting, it's going right foot, left foot, or should I say trail foot, lead foot, the right foot should stay pretty flat on the ground. So it's going to look something like this. Remember, we want a solid base. We dig our feet in. I'm choking down a little bit. I'm putting the ball in the middle of my stance, so a little back of where I normally place it, again promoting the ball first and not the sand first. And now when I actually play, I want this solid lower half, this solid base, solid platform here, and I want to really concentrate on keeping my head nice and still. So the thing about keeping the head nice and still, it's a conscious effort. So the lower half is going to be quiet. I'm going to keep my trail foot down in this shot. It's not going to come up like with a full swing, with a normal shot. So it's going to look something like this. Okay, good, nice clean hit. So when you're choosing a club, because you're gripping down, you've dug your feet in, you've gripped down to ensure that you catch the ball more than the sand, the ball's not going to go as far, so you need to take a little bit more club, extra club, to get your distance. So we don't want to be too greedy where we take too little loft and the ball hits that lip. We've got to make sure we have enough loft to get over this lip in front of us. So choosing the right club for that is important. And I have a 7-iron here. To give you an idea, if I stand on the club like that, I get a good idea of the trajectory, more or less, that this ball will take off on. And I can see 7-iron is going to easily get over that lip. So this is a safe club to use for me for the shot. Now just keep in mind that you're not allowed to do this when you're actually in the bunker. So if you're unsure and you want to be certain, just do it on the grass just outside. You're going to get a good idea of if you have the right amount of loft to get out of the bunker. If I took a 4-iron, then it's going to be a different story, even a hybrid. So I know that this club is going to be more than safe to get me over that lip in front, and I'll still have good distance. So just to recap, I've got the ball more centered, so it's more back in the stance, ensures a good strike, good clean strike. I'm going to work on keeping my head nice and still, nice and level, and this right leg, this trail leg, is going to be very quiet. Even though the weight's shifting, right foot's going to be pretty grounded. It's going to stay relatively grounded. So what you need to remember with bunker shots, dig your feet in a little bit, get a nice solid footing. You're going to feel more upper body than anything with this shot, so you keep your lower half nice and quiet. Even though there's a weight shift, my weight's shifting onto the lead leg, this, it's not excessive, where with a normal swing, like the right knee's going to the left knee, right heel's coming up to here. With this shot, my lower half is very quiet. I want to feel as though that right heel is staying grounded. And that in a nutshell is how you want to play fairway bunkers. Priority number one is make sure that you get out of the bunker. So if you're right up against that lip, don't get greedy. Just knock it out back onto the fairway. Play safe. Don't be a hero. I'm Owen, and I want you to start playing golf better than you imagined. If you like this video and you know it's going to help you, then please give it a like. And be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my future instruction or tips. Thank you for watching.